folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have one of those mysterious, enigmatic, almost legendary fruit many fruit enthusiasts have heard about, but not many have seen and even fewer have tasted. This is the Akebia, Akebia quinata from East Asia. It's native to Korea, Japan, China, and also quite popular there. Well, my own history with the Akebia is kind of a strange one. I encountered the vine for the first time about 25 years ago, and I liked it a lot because of the leaves and of the cute little flowers. And after that, for 20 years, I did not even know that this stuff has edible fruit. Well, there is two reasons for that. Firstly, in Germany, it actually very rarely has fruit. And secondly, it's not really marketed in the more traditional German literature as a fruit-bearing vine, but more as an ornamental. And so it took me 20 years after I started loving this wine to actually taste and start loving the fruit. I think a third reason is the varieties in Germany are not really optimized for fruit bearing, and they are not really grown together the way they probably should be. That's why I know this place, actually in my own street in Heidelberg, is the only place where I managed to find fruit. But here there are about 15 giant vines growing along this house front. And so probably they managed to pollinate each other. Well, the Akebia, one of the strangest looking fruit I know, and definitely the strangest looking one by European standards, the strangest looking one you can easily grow around Heidelberg. They grow without any care here. No watering, no fertilizing, no weeding. Taste-wise, it's also supposed to be incredible. Like the Koreans and Japanese, they like it a lot. They make lemonades and other things flavored with it. The funny thing is, the Akebia in my street, they are very sweet, but that's all. Just sweet. No sourness, no flavor, no nothing. I mean, I guess sweet is pretty good, but I would really like to taste one of those varieties which have a nice flavor. Well, let's taste the sweet Akebias in my street. So the peduncle is pretty tough, so a knife or even some scissors are quite useful if you want to pick it. And the next thing that's pretty useful that I didn't take with me is actually a spoon. Why? Well, you're basically eating this thick caterpillar or thick worm in here. And if you touch the outer rind with your tongue or with your lips, actually, it's very bitter. So a very sweet inside with a very bitter outside. Okay, I managed to open it. Now I think I can eat the caterpillar without touching the bitter rind with my tongue or lips. Another thing, when they are unripe, they look more or less like this. Or, let's see, yeah. When they get ripe, they turn purplish. As soon as they are this purplish color, you can basically eat them. You can open them. It's best to open them along the seam with a knife or even with a handle of a spoon or a fork. Once they are opened, they are really ripe and should be consumed pretty quickly. If the weather in September is nice and dry and sunny, they can actually dry up and, well, then they are not very juicy, but the sugar, the sweetness is concentrated. If the weather is rainy like now, you can see it. Most of them are kind of getting moldy or rotten. Also, little animals are eating them, so as soon as they turn purple, you can eat them. And as soon as they open, you should eat them as fast as possible. Well, let's eat this one. It doesn't look completely fresh, but no mold, no rot, and no holes made by little insects. So, Nice and sweet. Just sweet. I would kind of compare it to rice pudding or some other dessert, sweet dessert, which has clumps inside. That's what the seeds look like. I spit out the seeds. You can swallow the seeds. Don't chew the seeds. They are toxic. Well, to be honest, for the first 3 days after I discovered this, I was eating a lot of the fruit and chewing the seeds because I did not know they are toxic. Nothing happened to me, so it seems you need quite a lot to get poisoned. But still, it's better not to chew the seeds. Spit them out or swallow them. Nice and sweet. Pity they don't have any specific flavor. I really would like to try one of those varieties with flavor. Another fruit, quite freshly opened. So it's quite hard to open it with one hand, and of course you cannot use your mouth or you'll get the bitter rind. Okay, I messed up this one. Just as sweet, only a bit juicier. Really a nice fruit, a really seasonal fruit, available for like only a week or two, right before the pawpaws get ripe. That's the funny thing. As soon as I see in my street that I can start harvesting the Akebia, as soon as they burst open, I know in about a week I should start harvesting the pawpaws, which are at the other end of town. So this is really funny. Two fruit which are available for like 1 to 2 weeks, which overlap a little bit, and you can use the one as a timer or as an alarm clock for the other. Okay, folks, this was the Akebia quinata, grown in Heidelberg. Pretty tasty fruit. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the roadsides and house fronts of Heidelberg. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.